I mean, I love her voice. I love Bleeding Love.
Yeah.
And I would, you know, always love hearing that on the radio and stuff. And for me, in the last few years, she was the one that I would be most interested in what she's doing next and kind of like have an eye out for what she's doing.
Here's a treat for you.
What?
Leona Lewis, Bleeding Love. How was it being propelled to stardom at such a young age and so quickly?
It felt totally natural. I couldn't picture only starting this now, you know, at 25, because I had all those years of growing up and learning to grow up.
Still only 25.
25, I know.
You obviously didn't know the other girls before Girls Aloud. How quickly did you all sort of gel?
It was an odd thing because we were all in a house and there was 12 girls there. And I mean, it was just horrific. Every 2 weeks or every week, seeing somebody getting voted out and all their stuff would be there. And it was like a death. It was like literally like a death every fortnight. I was so ill, I couldn't sleep. I had cold sores. I was like, oh, I just couldn't cope with it. And then we were thrown into the band all together. And then we started doing all the promotion and all stuff like that. And again, just working so hard. So I think it was just always a matter of trying to catch up to what was actually going on. We were always really together and all of us trying to get used to our circumstances and surroundings. And we tried to catch up for about 4 years until we done the Greatest Hits album. And then it was okay, right. Can I know where we're at?
What's your favourite memory of being in Girls Aloud? And what's your favourite Girls Aloud track?
Girls Aloud, favourite track? Biology. Favourite moment, I would have to say, when we were in Amsterdam doing some award show. How come? It was just hilariously funny in the dressing room backstage. And I remember Robbie Williams being there and everyone was like, oh, I'm not going there's Robbie Williams, I'm not going to talk to him, and I'm not going to, and I was like, oh, for God's sake, you know, relax. And I was trying to be all cool about it. And then it came up, and I was just trying to be funny and threw myself on top of him. I was like, Robbie Williams, hi, how you doing? And the laugh that we had, because we were basically just kids pulled out of school, thrown around the world and told to try and be pop stars. And that is just priceless.
And you did a pretty good job of it.
We had great times.
The last gig that you played together was supporting Coldplay and Jay-Z at Wembley Stadium. What is it that makes you stand out, do you think? What is it that makes someone like Chris Martin like?
Well, I think it's a massive compliment because I love, you know, the stuff that he does. So it's always nice to hear stuff like that. But I think because we went into it with a genuine want to do our best, you know, and work hard and try new things and try different bits of music and kind of everything just kind of work together.
Why did you all decide to take a break from the band? What happened?
We had decided that there was going to come a time when it would no longer be as fresh as it once was. And rather than try and keep doing it for the sake that we were doing well and we were big, rather than keeping doing that, we all decided that there was stuff that everybody wanted to do because we had spent all those years seeing basically nobody else but each other.
I guess we know what you're up to, we know what Cheryl's up to. What are the other girls up to?
I have no idea. I have no idea what Sarah's up to. I know she was doing her acting thing, but I mean, I know that it was hard. Girls Aloud was a hard run, and maybe she just needed time to just like, I need to take a break. Nicola, I know she done her makeup thing. And who did I leave anybody out? Kimberly. She's doing her own thing.
Disappointed when you can't remember her name.
I don't know if you missed.
And the other one.
No, I didn't.
Catherine, is it Catherine?
No. I said, okay, forget about it. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing either.
Fine. Do you miss the band and the girls?
I miss the early years of being in the band. I love that feeling of it being an adventure, and I miss that side of what used to be with the Girls Aloud.
There's been some kind of negative press, I suppose, recently about someone's texting and someone's not texting back, all this kind of stuff.
I mean, it wasn't anything deliberate. It wasn't. I can only speak for myself. I didn't deliberately say, oh, you know, I don't want to see them or talk to them or anything like that. That's just how it's evolved. But I'm sure at some point we'll get together and have a good time and all will be forgotten.
If you got a text from one of the girls now, would you reply?
I would, of course, reply.
There we go.
Yeah, of course.
Do you see a time when the girls will go back together?
I would say there are so many different elements. Like, I know Xenomania, who we'd worked a lot with, they're not working how they used to work before, so we'd need to get them back in. All of the gears, everybody's individually doing their own stuff. I'm just about to put this album out and do that. And I think it's a point of everybody getting together, you know, label, becoming a priority, because there's literally a huge, massive team behind Girls Aloud outside of just us five.
So you're concerned that the Saturdays in your absence will steal your girl band's crown?
I hope they do. I hope we're not there to do it, so there's no point in sitting there unworn. Somebody may as well get the use out of it.
Good attitude.
And it may as well be the Saturdays.
I like them.
Yeah, I like them. I like them a lot.
Well, have a look at them doing their thing, in fact. I guess after 8 years with the girls and having such a distinct sound, you hear a Girls Aloud record, you know it's a Girls Aloud record. Was it difficult finding your own voice and your own sound?
For the most part, Girls Aloud in my singing are two different things. Girls Aloud was a lot more, they do shut down, right? You know, that really kind of like fun. Whereas mine is a wee bit more singy, a wee bit more soulful. I'm into music and stuff and always wrote with bass players or musicians and stuff in some form. So it was about just what kind of songs came together. And
is that something that you've specifically been aiming for, to try and, in a way, distance yourself?
Not at all. It just is what it was. It just kind of came really naturally. I loved what we done and always what we done, and this is just what I'm doing now.
I understand that you actually recorded your vocals in the bathroom.
If truth be told, well, they say that gives the best acoustics. That's why we all like to sing in the shower, because our voices sound good. You know, you say, ah, and it's all kind of bounces around.
What were your inspirations when you were working on it?
I like... You know Maxwell, the artist Maxwell. Love him. Jamiroquai, Maroon 5, Snow Patrol, Christina Aguilera.
If you could collaborate with anyone, who would you go for?
I would say CeeLo at the minute. Yeah.
He's got a bit of a Midas touch at the moment.
Yeah, he's got such a great voice. I'd love to sing with him.
You released the album around the same time as Cheryl's album. Do you have in the back of your mind, you know, that you want the album to do as well as hers or better than hers?
I want both of them to do well, you know, really. I want mine just to put it out there. Everybody's worked really hard on it. I'm sure she has as well. And it's definitely not. There's other people with albums out around the same time.
Yeah.
I think just because we were on the band together.
You can see why people would be interested.
You can see why it would make for an interesting point if I was like, to not want her to do well, or if she didn't want me to do well. But I don't think that's the case at all. And we'd spent so much time together fighting for the same band, and now that we're doing two different projects, it's still the same thing because it's coming out around the same time, just two different albums.
One thing the papers love to talk about with you is your weight.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
I actually had lost weight. I had food poisoning from sushi, of all things. It was bad news. And I had left and I was coming out of a car, taking off a coat, and it looked particularly thin. You know, my press officer calling me up, oh, you look so skinny, what's going on? And I was like, I don't know, have you seen me today? Do I look that skinny? And then a couple of weeks later, they used pictures from the same night, but I'm laughing with like, with a double chin syndrome, and saying then I had put on weight. And these are pictures taken on the same night. And from then on, I was like, it's totally out of my hands. It's totally out of my control. And you know, if you're out on a night out and you take a picture, sometimes you get a good one, sometimes you get a bad one. It just depends. You pick the best ones yourself.
Yeah.
Press don't always do that.
No, but they've got different priorities.
Yes.
Let's talk a bit about style, my favourite subject, certainly. Do you pick the clothes yourself, or do you have an army of people who...
I have a stylist that we pick the clothes together. Because I'm not really that up on fashion, I've got to say. Who
from today's celebrities do you think is badly dressed?
Lady Gaga? I mean, a meat dress?
Well, finally.
Off it.
I often have looked at meat and thought, well, why aren't I wearing that?
Why don't I just put that on my head and wrap it around myself? You're just like a walking trap for rabid dogs. I'm just not under the meat dress.
No. I think steer clear of a meat dress.
Yeah.
Who in the charts do you think has a good sense of style? Who do you think dresses well?
I think Beyonce dresses really well.
Yeah.
Really, really well. Because her mommy is the stylist and makes all the clothes and stuff. So it's really fitted to her. And I think it really tells. It looks expensive, it looks cut, it looks aspirational. I like her.
What's your favourite video of hers?
Let's go for Irreplaceable.
Yes, we can go for Irreplaceable. So, you've been in the industry now for the best part of 10 years. How has Nadine Coyle changed?
I've gotten 10 years older.
Yes, you have.
And definitely not 10 years wiser.
So essentially, you know less now.
So essentially, I know less, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with everything you've got going on. Obviously.
Thank you.
I'll expect my invite to the wedding in the post when I get home.
Sure, of course.
And that, because I approve of Jason.
Good. I'm glad.
To finish off, we're going to play your favourite track at the moment.
Yeah.
Anything you want. This is a gift from me to you to say thank you for freezing on a beach with me.
Oh, you're very kind, very kind. And I think I will go for, because you approve of Jason and we've kind of had this bonding experience.
We have had a bonding experience.
I will go for Alicia Keys. I'm ready.
I like this.